My wife was pregnant with Chase when we found out.
When I was born, I had cleft lip and palate, which is where they were separated, and so was the roof of my mouth.
Some of the complications, especially when you're first born, is you can't eat well.
So at 3 months, they closed my lip.
And then the top of the roof of the mouth, the palate, was closed at 1 year. But he's 12 years old now, and he has had 14 surgeries throughout his life.
Hey, how you doing, Chase?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. Can you tell me a little bit about you and your family?
I do gymnastics and wrestling. I have one dog, a sister, and my mom and dad.
So I'm guessing you like the dog the most.
Yes.
We always just treated Chase as not the center of our family, but always a member of our family. We always want him to be treated as not disabled or not a special person. We always just want him to be another kid in the classroom.
I understand when you were little you had to deal with a few surgeries. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the surgeries that you had?
The only thing I can remember is like it hurt so bad. So
Yeah.
the last one I had was 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah. They went into my hip and they took some bone out of the hip and put it to like kind of the roof of my mouth where there was a couple little holes, and then that patched up. I was only allowed liquids and for 6 weeks, and milkshakes were the best source of like protein. So I kept having milkshakes, and then I just kind of got sick of milkshakes after that. So I don't eat them that often.
Yeah, you don't eat milkshakes no more?
Nah.
Sometimes sports are what get you through those tough times. Because, you know, if you work hard and you got good teammates, it doesn't matter if you got a scar on your face. You know, they're going to treat you like a teammate and a friend.
I heard that you're pretty good at wrestling
Yeah.
and gymnastics.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you started gymnastics?
I was around 2 years old.
Around 2 years old?
Yeah.
So can you explain to me what the high bar is?
So it's like a metal bar across 2 posts. You swing around it, which is called a giant, and then pullovers. Dismount is where you flip off and land, and then there's free of hand, which is where you go under the bar, swing up and into a handstand, and then come back down. Just this year at my state tournament, I was the high bar state champion.
That's pretty awesome.
Yep.
I'm an athletic guy, but maybe that one scares me a little bit. So what age did you know that you were good at wrestling?
8?
8?
8, probably 8 or 9. When I went out to a national tournament, I won 1 match out of 10. So I knew I needed to keep working to get out there. And then when I went out again to that same tournament, just different year, I flipped it and I went 9 and lost 1. So I knew it got better and I knew I was getting up there.
Can you tell me a little bit about your tournaments?
My biggest one was called Tulsa Nationals, and it was by World of Wrestling, and its tagline as toughest tournament in the world.
Toughest tournament in the world?
Yeah.
In Tulsa, what weight class were you?
I was 67 pounds, and I was 31st. The first day, I had the number 2 ranked kid. I beat the number 2 kid. I basically took over that number 2 spot.
Really?
Yeah. And then the last day was the finals match, where I won 7-4 decision. I won that one.
Man, you're pretty good.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a schedule that you had during COVID?
I would wake up at 5:30 in the morning and get to the gymnastics place by 6:30 in the morning, and then I would practice from 6:30 to 11, and then I would do school at the gym from 11 to 3, and then I would go home and practice at wrestling from 6 to 8.
So what about now? What is your schedule now?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I get up at 5:50 and do a workout in my home gym, and then I would go to school, and then I would come home and I would have like an hour at home, and then I would go to practice from like 6 to 8.
So what do you want to do in the future?
I would like to wrestle at Ohio State and become a dentist.
The Ohio State University?
Yeah.
All right. I thought I liked you. I like you a little bit more now. All right. So why you want to be a dentist?
Well, I don't know. Probably because I'm at like an orthodontist all the time, and they work on my teeth, and I think it's pretty fascinating.
That's pretty cool. You're definitely the hardest working. Now, I'm not going to call you kid, little man that I know.
Thank you.
Somebody that is your age right now, what would you tell them about overcoming adversity?
Well, I would just say that even though that you have adversity, just overcome it and like never give up. Even like anything, just never give up.
What have you learned from Chase from this whole...
Oh, man, that almost wants to put me in tears. You know, it just, you learn that doesn't matter the cards that you're dealt, it's how you play those cards. That's what you learn from a kid like that.
Chase, thank you so much. Now you're officially a 50 Phenom.
Yep, thank you.
Here you go.